of Honor, Minister of National Development, Mr. Desmond Lee.
If you are watching this live stream, we have Mr. Desmond Lee gracing the event.
The finalist from Chinese Taipei, player number 1.
And we are going to introduce the players who will be playing.
Player number 2, Huang Yifang. Player number 3, Liu Meichen. Player number 4, Hu Yiting. Player number 5, Chu Saying. Player number 6, Chen Qiyun.
So we have the Chinese Taipei players being introduced into the court. This is the senior women's finals between Singapore and Chinese Taipei.
Now let's welcome the players from Team Singapore. Player number 1, Han Ling Renee.
So we have Team Singapore players being introduced. We are being led by team captain Team Singapore is looking to defend their title. It would be an interesting match. Team Singapore having a few players who's having their first international cap, combined with senior players who have been playing for many years. Like was shared, Team Singapore is looking to defend their title, and they have Chinese Taipei as their opponent for today.
So obviously going to be a very interesting matchup today. So the Singapore team is known for their physicality in the way of play, and that will be one of the challenges that this Chinese Taipei women's team will have to overcome if they look to secure the gold medal today. But nevertheless, it should be an exciting encounter.
Can't agree more. Finals are always the most exciting games of each competition. The best teams in the tournament would be competing against one another.
When unstoppable force meets an immovable force.
So here we have Team Singapore ladies coach giving some last minute briefings. We are streaming live from Marina Bay Sands. Those of you watching back at home are enjoying the nice view of the...
So we are about to start now. Referee has blown his whistle to signal both teams to get ready. So ball will be thrown in the middle for the first sprint. So
how significant is getting the first ball, Jing Chen?
So it's pretty important. If you get it, you get to attack the team first. If you assume both teams are equally good and we score against each other every time, eventually who scores first wins. And we see now Low getting the first ball. Good speed from Low. And Singapore will now have the chance to start the first attack. So Chen now from Chinese Taipei just playing up in the advanced position.
Now we have seen Team Singapore sending their first player into the box. They're starting the attack.
So in zone pass now into the box for Liao. Looks like she might go for a shot, but she goes for the pass to her friend instead. It's blocked, and Chinese Taipei have possession. So outlet pass to the right flank now for Fu, who is on the right flank. Pressure on the ball, and Chinese Taipei look to slow things down. Fast break is off for now. So Hong now on the left flank for Chinese Taipei, passes the ball to Chin, and Chinese Taipei look like they're playing with 4 players on the outside. So Fu has made her space into the middle now, but the pass to her is blocked, and the fast break is on for Singapore. Ong now with the long pass, and surely Low now to score the first goal for Chinese Taipei, and it's 1-0.
That's a very good fast break there. Team Singapore really trusting each other once the possession has changed. There's no looking back, just straight to the goalpost. 1-0 to Team Singapore. We're still early in the women's finals. Sometimes you'll hear some background noises of passerbys. We apologize.
Shot now blocked, but still alive on the left flank. She shoots and it's a goal. Immediate response by Hong of Chinese Taipei. Great shot to the near post of Tan's goal, and the scoreline is now level 1-1. So Singapore now restarting the ball from the middle, as is the practice when you concede a goal. No panic yet. Lots of time left on the first half. So drive down the middle by Tan of Singapore. Liao is now in the box. Pressure now on the ball by Kwek. And she chooses to reset the ball out for another wave.
Chinese Taipei really cramping the box players of Singapore, making sure it's hard for them to look, even face their goal posts. They're playing a 2-2 defense, more aggressive defense to catch the ball outside.
So pressure by the Chinese Taipei defender now, while Liao attempts to dribble and her shot goes off the crossbar, but Tan, the goalkeeper, is alive to the rebound and she'll collect it. She makes an in-zone pass to Kwek, who then resets it out, but there's space now on the right flank. And that's blocked, and Singapore get their next corner.
Chinese Taipei is doing a corner drill, ensuring that the ball is not easily started. Ball is passed far out.
So Tan on the ball now with some space on the left, under pressure now from Chen of Chinese Taipei, and there's space on the right flank now and the middle. So in zone pass towards Kwek, she shoots but the ball is blocked. So Singapore, Chinese Taipei retrieve the ball and the fast break is on. Outlet pass available on the left, but the pass is blocked by Liao of Singapore. She fumbles, she makes the pass to her teammate Kwek, who is now waiting for help. Shot off the post, and Chinese Taipei will heave a sigh of relief, but there's a tackle by Liao of Singapore, and fast break is now on for Chinese Taipei. Outlet pass now, and collected by Fu of Chinese Taipei. Surely there's runners now to help her case, but she chooses to pass the ball back for her team to play a default offense.
There was a good pressure there by Team Singapore on the fast break, making sure that Chinese Taipei can't bring the ball nearer to their goalpost for a shot.
So right now you see Low of Singapore just also moving up into an advanced position. She's trying to be in close proximity of the driver down the middle, but looks like there's been a foul committed in the middle of the box by a Chinese Taipei player. So Singapore will look to go on the fast break now. Outlet pass to towards the right flank. and Chinese Taipei players sprinting back as fast as they can to defend, and the shot is blocked. So it's been end-to-end stuff really. Both teams going at each other from end to end, fast break after another, but the scoreline is still 1-0.
Yeah. Both teams are really defending their turf well.
So space now on the right, and the shot comes in and it's off the crossbar. So rebound.
There's an illegal pedal there. Now possessions Team Singapore, they are trying to go for a fast break.
And Keong is sprinting with all she can. The high pass comes over to her, but there's a Taiwanese defender in the way. She shoots, and that's just above the goal post. So possession back to Chinese Taipei.
These quick exchanges of possessions on the attack is really building pressure on each team, having to defend and attack very fast.
So now with the referee ordering the ball to be started from the goal line exactly, this is perfect time for Chinese Taipei to calm things down, slow things down, and sort out the offense.
Team Singapore changing their defense tactic a little bit. From a 2-2 defense, now it's a 1-3 defense.
So an attempt to dribble into the zone there, but thwarted by Keong. So you can see the Singapore zone just pushing up just a bit higher. They got to be careful not to commit a jostle beyond the 6-meter boundary. And the mini chase has gone on. So Chin now under pressure by Kwek, but that's a great pass into the zone towards her teammate Hong.
Balls into the zone, balls in the zone.
And next pass, and that's a shot blocked by Singapore defense, but the rebound is on, and Chinese Taipei win another corner.
That's 2 good attempts on goal, but even better defense by Team Singapore to deny the shots. New 60 seconds for Chinese Taipei to make their attack on Team Singapore to break the draw score line now.
Oh, and that surely that's a foul now from Liao of Singapore, and referee has given the foul, so 60 seconds again for Chinese Taipei. So pass into space now for Liao. Back to Chin, who makes the pass to Hong, who then resets the ball out back to Chin. So good patient play by Chinese Taipei so far.
Yeah, they're not rushing the ball in, making it dangerous.
But good bait, and that's a dangerous shot block, and it's a Chinese Taipei corner yet again.
It looked like trying to capitalize on the chasing out of Team Singapore for an opening space in the box.
That's right.
Now we
Space
can
now
see
on the right, but Chin spots that there was a little pressure coming from the defender, so she wisely passes the ball away, and she has found some space on the left, but looks like Low now is actually man marking her, and referee has rightfully called obstruction on her movement. So new 60 seconds, and Chin will start the ball for Chinese Taipei.
dangerous
So
pass
pass into
there.
the zone now. Oh, and surely that's a block, and Chinese Taipei win another corner. New 60 seconds again. So Singapore team looks like they've been weathering the storm so far, but how long can they go on?
Lots of opening spaces there as Team Singapore tries to be more aggressive in the defense.
So corner taken by Liao now, and it's kind of a loose ball. It's invited some pressure by Liao. So quick pass, they are aware of the pedals, and full now of Chinese Taipei will dribble, but the referee has given a foul in the Singapore zone. So Chinese Taipei players sprinting back as fast as they can now to defend, but there's been a pass to Liao, who hits the post.
Unfortunately, the ball hits the post.
And Chinese Taipei now go on a fast break of their own.
We have 40 seconds left on the first half.
So it does look like they're continuing the fast break, not playing with the clock, but now we have a one-on-one chance for Liao on the right flank. She's a left-hander. Can she score? She passes to Chin. She shoots and she scores. Chinese
No,
Taipei.
It looks like the referee is waving off the goal.
Referee has disallowed the goal, it seems, for a possible keeper charge. So the scoreline is 1-1 still, with about 15 seconds remaining on the clock.
Team Singapore would definitely make an attempt on goal. Oh, it is made, but it
And
just
that
went
goes
wide.
And that leaves us with halftime score of 1-1 between Chinese Taipei and Singapore in the gold medal match of the Asian Canoe Polo Championships. So we are back in action, second half now, between Singapore and Chinese Taipei. Scoreline still 1-1, and Low of Singapore gets the first ball.
Team Singapore starting the attack on the right. Making
So
some
pass now
passes.
to Tan. Tan has found some space in the middle actually. She opts to make the in-zone pass but bounces off teammates' boat, and Chinese Taipei have a fast break outlet pass now to left flank.
There was a little change to the Chinese Taipei defense. They seem to be starting to be a bit more aggressive again in this second half.
And as always, Singapore team is eager to press. They are very direct, aggressive, and they would like to gain possession quickly. So it looks like a bit of pressure now, but there's a ball now down into space. And Singapore goalkeeper is actually off her line. She's trying to return into space. Oh, and straight pass now. Recovered by Kwek. Outlet pass, that's a great pass to Liao, who's in space now. She's thinking about the shot, some pressure, and
It went out. It
goes
went out.
wide.
Yeah. She didn't see a teammate running on the right side before she made the shot. Possessions back to Chinese Taipei.
So Chin now with the ball. So from the first half, it did look as if the Chinese Taipei team were aware of the pressing motion of the Singapore team. And the shot now goes over and possession falls back to the Singapore ladies. So Tan will now start the ball from the goal line.
Eight minutes left on the second half.
So Liao's down in the middle now with help from Tan. Low in space down on the right flank. With a bit of pressure applied by Chinese Taipei defender. And now space for Ong with Liao in pushing pressure. So covered well by Hong of Chinese Taipei, who then resets it to Tan in the middle.
We are seeing more pressure from the Chinese Taipei team,
Yep.
ensuring that Team Singapore finds it difficult to drive or make the pass into the zone, the box.
So
Long
danger on
shot.
the right flank spotted, and now Chinese Taipei are back in possession.
Probably the shot was taken because of the shot clock. We don't usually see Team Singapore ladies taking such long range shots in the competition.
So 6 minutes and 15 seconds remaining, and Chinese Taipei back in possession, but now with 2 players in the box. So Hong now making the pass into the middle, and a shot now is blocked, and it's a corner for Chinese Taipei.
That's a good block there. If not, the ball would really be going high and be making it difficult for Team Singapore to defend.
So Chinese Taipei definitely making a presence known, and we see again Singapore defenders coming out for the press, and here's a chance for another shot with Chin on the ball. She makes a pass to the in zone, and that's a goal. It's a well-worked goal, and Liu from Chinese Taipei, also the captain, now scores and puts the team in front.
It was a very good drive in, taking the attention of Team Singapore, so much so that the pass to team captain was possible.
So again, bit of pressure now from Chinese Taipei team.
6 minutes.
So Chua now in the middle for Singapore, working with Tan, and they look like they're going for aggressive play down the middle. Early shot and an early block by Chinese Taipei, and surely they go on the fast break now. Singapore are currently short of 2 defenders, but Keong has now chosen to press. So pass is blocked, but will be recovered by Liao of Chinese Taipei. Great use of the boat there, and Chinese Taipei can now build on the attack, but looks like instruction has been given for the Singapore team to press. So stray pass now from Chinese Taipei team, and Liao against possession. Surely now this is a great chance for Singapore to equalize, but they leave the ball in the water.
Somehow the possession goes back to Team Singapore. Then we're unsure what's the referee's call.
So ball goes out of play, and we are wondering what the call for the referee is. Looks like it's going to be possession for
Chinese Taipei
team, and looks like Ong of Singapore is trying to press Liao from Chinese Taipei, who's starting the ball, and we should be seeing man mark from Singapore really soon. So Liao now to start the goal line throw. She makes a safe pass to a teammate in support. So full on man mark now by Singapore. Hong spots an outlet. It's a good pass to relieve the pressure to Liu. And again, another illegal foul committed by the Singapore player with her nose on the spray leg of her opponent. So a good pass.
Chinese Taipei finding a way to break away from the man mark.
So that's a nice screening run around her teammate. A long shot from distance, and it's off the crossbar. But still in play, and Liu of Chinese Taipei gets a rebound, and that's a dangerous tackle made by Quack of Singapore. Referee has called for timeout, and he might actually give a card. You are not allowed to tackle your opponent perpendicular, and that's the first green card on Quack of Singapore for illegal tackle.
Now Chinese Taipei definitely have the
So
advantage.
great chance now by Liao, left-handed shot, and balls out for corner. Great shot and an equally great save by Tan of Singapore.
Sadly, the ball just went out, I guess. Referee's calling for a corner ball for Chinese Taipei.
Yeah, it did look like when the ball was in mid-air, it was already beyond the goal line. So referee has actually called for a corner to be retaken, where your stern needs to be in the corner of the playing area before another big shot, huge shot. shooting lanes opening up now that Singapore are down by one player. And Tan, the goalkeeper for Singapore, will have to dig in to her reflexes to keep the goal safe. So dribble on the corner now by Hong. So Chin takes a shot and another block. Chinese Taipei knocking on the door of Singapore, looking to extend their lead.
Yeah, definitely. Trying to leverage that 2 minutes of green card by Team Singapore. But they're still finding it a bit challenging to get the ball into the net. Ball's in the box, makes a pass. Attempt was made. And it's still a corner. Somehow it seems like Chinese Taipei is really finding it hard to put the ball in the net. Team Singapore's keeper is really keeping the goal safe.
And they are now starting the corner. Decent shot and another great block.
Lots of powerful shots, they just can't find the net.
So it looks like Chinese Taipei only come up with something special to beat Tan. Although they already have twice so far, can they do it more? So they are now starting the corner with a dribble. And the fifth player for Singapore is out. We can expect to see the trigger for pressure. And we can see, yes, the first pass has got them out. But in zone pass now. And Liu of Chinese Taipei now going for the shot, surely.
No option for Chinese Taipei player. She passes the ball. Good block there by the keeper. Somehow Team Singapore, number 6, just got distracted and she went to defend another player. Lots of shots in the last 2 minutes.
And there's a pass into space and we can hear calls from the supporter side to encourage the press from Singapore. Man mark is the word. So Chin from Chinese Taipei will weather the storm, but
we're down with the last 50 seconds. Referee has called for a timeout because there seemed to be a deliberate holding of the ball and not dropping it when the referee has called for the foul. There was a 5 seconds infringement committed there.
So it looks like because the player denied the quick restart on the ball, Singapore now have possession and a man advantage with just 48 seconds to go on the clock.
This 48 seconds is going to be very pressurizing on Team Singapore. They need to make a goal.
So surely Singapore will see off this final shot clock now.
Shot was made.
So no possession back with Chinese Taipei now, and Singapore will definitely look to man mark as they have a numerical advantage. Chinese Taipei not in any particular hurry to start play, but the referee has called for a timeout. Looks like
we have Chinese Taipei really holding Team Singapore well. Team Singapore really trying to rush that shot there. They should have attempted a good wave of attack.
so while the referees deliberate over that, perhaps Benjamin, you could share more about how you could manage time in a game of canoe polo.
Definitely give it some time for your attackers to find the space in the box, setting up the drive-in outside rather than just taking a long shot. Chinese Taipei possession, they're holding the ball tightly. There's no support for number 6, but she's shooting the ball well. There's a hand tackle there. 5-second infringement foul was committed. Probably less than 5 seconds left to the clock. Shot was made, but it was denied by the keeper. Chinese Taipei wins Team Singapore 2-1 for the ladies, senior ladies finals. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen who watching at home. We will have the senior men finals between Chinese Taipei and Iran shortly.